Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jairo, and today I'm here at the Palm Beach where we'll be doing a walk at the Palm Beach. And we're going to focus a little bit on the restaurants that are situated at the hotels. And we're going to focus a little bit on that and also talk a little bit about the COVID situation here on Aruba. So the restaurant behind me was the Nos Clubhuis, which is in between the Holiday Inn and the Marriott Ocean Club. And this one you're seeing now is also very popular, not just as a not just as a bar, but a little bit also as a restaurant next to it, which is the Mumba Beach. Very popular, used to be very popular on Sunday nights especially. And in this case, I'm not getting all that close to them because they do have a little bit of loud music.
Why?
Across these folks for a bit. And yeah, so over here, it's the music is definitely a little bit on the loud side. Now, I will stop and say one thing. Guys, let's help us keep our beaches clean and not leave your bottles and cans thrown on the beach. That is extremely important. And even though there are people picking them up later, but it's definitely recommended that you take care of your own trash. Let's just go around these folks. And so yeah, this is the first tower of the Holiday Inn resort. And they have a restaurant here, the Sea Breeze. I'm gonna be zigzagging just a little bit with the camera so you guys can also get part of the sunset view. But I am, after the Holiday Inn, going to focus on the pathway that runs from one hotel to the other. So I'm not gonna continue on to walking on the beach side. So this is the Sea Breeze, which is the one that's recommended if you are staying here at the Holiday Inn. And the Holiday Inn over the years, I have to admit, it has not changed much. I mean, sure, some changes at the lobby and such, but not a whole lot of other changes. But I used to love the beach area actually over here, and we used to park our cars where the Mumba is situated right now. That's where we used to park our cars, and none of the Marriott or the Ritz-Carlton used to exist. Now, so let's get onto what is regarding the COVID situation. The cases have been going down. You are watching this video, if everything is right, you are watching this video on Friday evening. And what I can say about the COVID situation is the cases have been going down on the island after the Omicron surge. So if you are planning or was thinking of coming to Aruba, I think this is the best time so far since the pandemic has begun. Just briefly, there was also a bar, as you saw. So if you just want to drink something, maybe probably have a burger or something. They used to have limited amount of like snacks or food. So the government announced a couple of days ago that the restrictions, all of the restrictions, pretty much all, not all, as they said, is ending on the 17th of February 2022. The only exception, first of all, is the one that's the entry. So if you are entering Aruba and you are not fully vaccinated, in this case you need to be fully vaccinated plus the booster shot, and you got to be able to prove it, of course. You can enter without a test. Or if you are not, you will still be required to do a test before coming to Aruba. I'm not going to get into the locals part of things. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to get into the local parts of things as far as what the requirements are for the locals, but that's pretty much the requirements right now, and no countries are kind of like listed as red or orange and such. So visitors, as long as you have either your visa, your passport, you should be able to enter Aruba with no issues. This is not part of the hotel, but this is the Pelican's Nest or Pelican Nest bar and seafood grill. Quite popular, as you can see, especially for the sunset and early part of the evening. I haven't dined here in ages. Well, probably more than 10 years, I do believe. And so if you guys are gonna ask me how it is, I've only heard it's good, but not very confident in saying how good it is. Now, so we just left the first part of the, what do we call it, the Holiday Inn. So that was the last hour or first hour, depending on how you see it. And so I'm not gonna go all the way back there because of the music, but I am going to get on, let me see, on this side, so I can show you, at least from a distance, this is the Carlitos Bar or something like that. Yes, Carlitos Bar, which I think is pretty cool. And you can have dinner here, you can have like drinks, and it's situated in between the Holiday Inn and the Playa Linda, which is this hotel here on the left. Now, if you were wondering, among other things, one of the main restrictions that was always asked about, always talked about, was the dancing. So everybody wanted to dance, and it was not permitted, and now we are. And that actually was not announced for the 17th, but also even before that. Now this restaurant is the Azure, or Azure. Not sure how to pronounce it. But this is a pretty nice view also, since you're sitting at the second floor. And it is situated here at the Playa Linda Beach Resort. And we are approaching also a coffee hut right here. Small coffee hut. And the all popular Eduardo's. Everybody's talking about Eduardo's, right? Their things are super good. But if you're looking to do the, what do you call it, the sunset dinner here, you're not gonna make it. Oh, really? Music? The beach bar. So we're going to move on the beach side so we don't get copyrighted with this video. Yeah, and yeah, we'll go on this side for a moment because that is mostly just a bar. So if you're coming for dinner, you would definitely want to do the Azur here on the side of the, how do you call it, the Playa Linda resort. Hey, thank you. So, yeah, where was I? With the dancing. So the dancing is permitted now. Bands are allowed. And they have even, you know, like stopped with the mask. Of course, they continue to be recommended. So everybody keeps them on as much as possible, especially on inside, but even that's been mostly eliminated. I do hear some music again. Oh, it's the speaker here from these guys. I thought it was the hotel because we are approaching now the Hyatt Regency, which continues to be one of my favorite resorts here on the island. I definitely like the Hyatt. Not afraid to say it. And this is the adults only section. So this is the pathway again where we can walk on. I'm using a little bit of a different setup today, so I hope everything is running smooth on your side. But I do see the gimbal again doing some weird things. Now this is the Ruinas del Mar. I'm surprised nobody's dining here yet, but certainly very popular also. They might not be using it. So it does look like it's closed. And this is the Kadushi juice bar. Not for dining, just a bar, but certainly also very popular. Let's see, I think this is, though, I think this is somewhat new. Fresh fruit salad, Bernardo's blend, cocoa berry, arashi cooler, among things that I can read. So it does look like a healthy bar mostly. So let's continue to walk towards the, I see the camera shaking on the gimbal. So we'll see how this one ends up being. It has been also very, very windy lately on Aruba, and that certainly is always a challenge to try to, you know, like have the audio be good enough for you guys and to present the best possible audio and video. Oh, there's a new place here, I do believe. It seems closed. Now the pit bar, I have not seen it open as far as the bar is concerned. So I think that's the pit bar, by the way. I took the catamaran months ago from there, but I have not seen the bar open. That used to be a pretty cool bar also. And now we are at the Barcelo. So yeah, people are happy in part about the lifting of the restrictions and trying to somewhat get to normality again like we used to, but we are definitely, Aruba's definitely suffering from serious economic problems right now, and that's the talk of the the town, you could say, like everybody's talking about that. Now, this one. Let's see if I can catch the name. I'm not all that familiar with the name of this restaurant. But this is the Barcelo in any case. Arubian Station, something like that. I cannot see the name, but the Barcelo is an all-inclusive resort.
So then we had to go
in
for
case you
a job test.
are not familiar with it. So I'm not sure that you're able to come and dine here. I've heard some things that you cannot even set a foot on their property if you don't have your wristband. At least that's what I've heard. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried to trespass. So we are going to go all the way to the Rio hotels, and I know hello. I know I've done this walk quite a few times. Well, and on the inside, I've done it not quite a few times, but I've done it a few times. And the reason that I do come back is that things do change. So periodically, say every couple of months, I will re-walk this one. I love this, by the way, like all of the old sandals and such that are being recycled there. Now this one is open mostly in the morning. So this is a breakfast place, not for your sunset dinner. And yeah. And now we are entering mostly the Hilton Caribbean Resort and Casino, which is, at least the building is, this building back here somewhere, not the white one, but the one back there, is the oldest building here on the high-rise area. So that is, it dates back from, what year? 1958, I do believe. Something like that. Yeah, I do believe it's 58. So it's a pretty old building, at least for Aruba. But apparently still in fairly good conditions to be used. And they've kept it, of course, over the years. This is the Gilligans. Here, not too busy today, as you can see. And as I mentioned, while there are tourists on the island, we are still gathering low numbers of tourism, and they are not what they are used to be during this period, which we are supposedly in the high season of things. So as you can see, most hotels have a restaurant or two, and I don't know what the deal is, but sometimes they do have some chairs and tables on the beach, and then they don't. I would assume it has to do a little bit with the permits and maybe parts of just keeping our waters clean and such, but those are usually, oh, there's Burgers Hot Dog Water. It is closed now. They probably opened earlier in the day. So it probably has to do with keeping our beaches clean, but for the most part, I always felt like they were doing a great job. Let's see, I hear some pretty loud music again. It's probably the Mumba, but we should be far enough that it should probably not be an issue. Let's see here. So we are approaching now the, what is it, Mumba part, which is, like one of my favorite places. And I don't know what these tables are about, by the way. So this is a pretty cool place, but I've never seen these tables, so I am not sure what this is all about. Probably just a temporary thing or something. So the Boogaloo is situated here at the Palm Pier, and I will cross in between these palapas and head over to the Rio Palace, which is these first two towers, and then the last tower is the Rio Antillas or Antilles, which is the adults only resort. I'm talking about the restaurant, so I focus on that part. So I would like to hear what you think about the lifting of the restrictions. Is it something now that would make you consider in visiting our island? Some people worry about the restrictions, others worry about just the COVID situation, which we have been, unless there is something strange going on the last day and a half. We have had less than 100 cases on the island, and I think I saw it as low as around 60 cases total. That includes the visitors. So that is very, very welcoming to know and to see, because at some point we gotta turn the corner. I'm not convinced that these lifting of the restrictions will last. We shall wait and see on that one, but at least for now it seems like it's gonna hold up for a bit, and that is certainly a good thing.
No, it's further. There's more.
Now the Rio is also a all-inclusive, and this is the restaurant. If you are staying here, this is where you'll have your dinner, etc. I'm pretty proud to say that Aruba is one of those islands and countries that when we decided to open back up early on, it was more or less June 2020, which was just a couple of months after. That we opened up, and we never shut back down. So we kept it open, kept our borders open all throughout, and yes, sure, with some restrictions, but in general, we just made sure that our, our island was still open. So that was never an issue. And for the North American sector, I think it was open in July 2020. So that's pretty interesting.
That's not.
And yeah, this is the adults only area. Now, in the past, I've seen some, let me turn and I'll show you more or less. But in the past, I've seen some tables here on the beach, but either that's not going to be permitted anymore, or they're not simply not interested in doing that. And they were always very, very limited tables anyway. So if you still want to dine on the beach, that would be like the Eagle Beach would be the place to go. And also in Savaneta. And am I missing any of? Oh, and also the low-rise hotels. There is a limited kind of limited dining also, not per se directly on the beach, but pretty close to it, and very, very nice also. Now let me turn this one around, and I hope that this helps you get an idea when you're staying at one of these resorts, that once you are here in Palm Beach, you can walk on the beach side and you can also walk on the street side. I have videos on both. I'll leave them somewhere over here. When the video finishes, I'll leave them so you can click on them and go watch that and have an idea of this Palm Beach area, which is the most popular here on the island of Aruba. Nothing further to add to this one. I hope you liked the video. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye, guys.